Us to discuss these risk factors facing Zynga is Bloomberg reporter Levy, one of the 65 reporters and editors covering technology and innovation out here in San Francisco. And you've been following Zynga for a very long time now. There are a number of risks that analysts and investors raise with respect to Zynga. Is Facebook the biggest?
Well, it's funny you say following them for a very long time. They've only been around for 4 years, so a very long time. It's a relative period. This is a company that was born on Facebook. It grew up on Facebook, and it's yet to prove that it knows how to make money off of Facebook. And so in order for that business model to work, for public market investors, one of two things has to happen. They either have to show that they in fact have the ability to make money off Facebook in the future, or they have to get investors comfortable with the fact that it's fine to only be able to make money on Facebook. Look how big the platform is, look how successful it is, and there's still all of these other users that we can still try and make money from, and so that there's tremendous upside there.
How about the reliance on virtual goods? I mean, we really don't know how much of that incorporates their revenue.
It's going to be the majority of their revenue, most likely. The reason that investors will probably be able to get comfortable with the virtual goods model more quickly than perhaps some of the other issues involved is because there are public companies in Asia. Tencent, is a $50 billion or so market cap company. Much of its revenue comes from virtual goods. That's an Asian company. There are a few in Japan and Korea that also make money in that way. And U.S. investors, hold stakes in those companies. So they have seen this business model at work.
Now, we're also seeing hardcore gaming companies become more social. How is that going to impact Zynga?
Yeah, so Zynga's big catch has been that it attracts to the non-traditional game players, and it's gotten people that have been playing casual games into this space and gotten them into buying virtual goods. The hardcore gamers are, it's a totally different demographic. The games are much more, graphic. They're much more intensive, and if you get a lot of momentum in that area, investors may certainly shift their focus, and you could have companies that are more hardcore focused that also go public and could take some of the momentum away.
So when the S-1 filing comes out potentially tomorrow, what are you going to be looking at? What numbers are you going to key in on?
Well, certainly revenue and profit, because we don't know those yet, and those are always the first two things that you want to look at. Year-over-year growth. We'll be looking, also very interested in seeing the cap table, so seeing which VCs own what stakes and how big of a stake Mark Pincus owns. That'll tell us how much control he has over the company now and some of the decisions going forward. And also they're international. It'll be very interesting to see how much of their revenue is domestic versus international, and where international they're getting business.
All right, Bloomberg News reporter Levy, thank you so much for your insights there on Zynga.